Back, Baltimore. We back. We cleaned up all the issues. Sound ain't a problem no more. We had other problems though. Sound on one arm. Yeah. Round of applause. Be fire. Be fire, y'all. We back. Let that joint bleed out. Yeah. I'm on live today. I think I got it. My sound issues, I think I got them all figured out. Had a lot going on. I tried to go ahead and work my way through it. I couldn't post nothing yesterday. And woo, it was crazy, y'all. It was crazy. It was crazy. So if y'all in here, go ahead, tap in, leave a message. I ain't on the live right now. I don't see nobody viewing this, so I'm gonna go ahead and rock out. Had a long yesterday. Had a long yesterday. I thought I was gonna go live. I had a couple good stories I wanted to pop in with. I talked to a graphics art person. I was supposed to be putting together like 5 thumbnails. Still waiting. But it was a lot going on, man. Yesterday I posted like 3 videos. One on about 2 hours, one on 1 hour, one on 30 minutes. And most of it was me trying to address my sound issue. So if it's somebody in the chat, let me know what it sound like. Y'all hear me? And it was a loud whistling I was getting because I think I had my levels turned up too high. I had 2 mics hooked up. On top of that, I think I had the sound recording. It was on in the camera and it was on in my laptop. So it was like double audios going in. And my levels were so high that it was just giving me all types of distortion and feedback. And I didn't know what to do. So I had to go through line by line trying to address every issue. And boy. It was a long one. That joint that was a setback, y'all. As you can see, I got this new C80 mic. According to me, it sounded real good. My level's real good. I ain't right into it. I'm a little bit off from it, but it's picking up in my headphones extra good. And I'm trying not to have it right on my face because then it'll be kind of blocking me out. So I'm just trying to find a sweet spot for it. That sound good right there. And I think it picks up all the way around the mic because I can hear sounds in the kitchen. I can hear sounds in the living room. And yeah. This mic, I tried to run it straight through, but I had to turn that off. I had to turn my audio on my camera off so I wouldn't get the distortion. And I didn't know exactly where that distortion was coming from, so I just took it off altogether, man. I ain't want to play around. I ain't want to play with it. So it was just one of those things I had to knock out. And this morning, like I said, I was bumping my head against the wall. Me and C. Terrell Scott, we were supposed to try to chop it up and do like a live on TikTok. But I guess I didn't have enough followers, so when he tried to pull me in, it'll let me get in with the audio, but not my picture. And I couldn't figure it out. It wasn't an option. You know, I tapped on every tab. It wasn't an option for it. So then we switched over. We was going to try to do the, invite through YouTube. I tried to pull him in, and I think he didn't have enough followers for that. So we just kept bumping our heads, and then I said, let's try Zoom. Let's try Google Meet. Uh, wrong, wrong. So then we tried Discord. We wound up being able to stream on Discord, but we couldn't figure out how to get that stream from Discord to YouTube. So, you know, we're still working it through, still wading through the waters, trying to figure things out. And boy, it's a tall task because it ain't no instruction manual with none of this stuff. You're trying to figure it out on the fly, and usually, you know, it can get very discouraging. So it's like you got an idea what you want to do, but usually it's a solo dolo mission, and you don't have a team. So it's just like you trying to figure it out on the fly. And usually when you're trying to figure things out on the fly, that's an accident waiting to happen. That's usually a recipe for disaster, if you ask me. But that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. So that was like a long 2 hour process. I think I wasted. I was supposed to go live yesterday at around 8. I was shooting for like 8:30. Man, it was 11 o'clock. About 11 o'clock, I just got things working right. You know, I ain't have it in me to keep going after that. But I was satisfied that I at least ironed out the sound issues, that it wouldn't be that loud ringing sound in it, that feedback, that double up. You wasn't hearing none of that. So, of course, I'm good. It's Sunday, it's football day. So, you know, I peeped in on one of the games. Pittsburgh, they was getting whooped. That was the only game that was on CBS. Have y'all noticed how a lot of those football games are starting to migrate to the services that you got to pay for? Like you used to have Sunday football, Monday football, Thursday football. Now you can't even get Thursday football because they trying to make you pay for it, man. These streaming services going crazy out this jump. They're going to make people stop watching football. I bet you. I bet you they trying to monopolize and make people subscribe to their services when they not offering a full steezy. Like, why would somebody come and subscribe to your service just to catch a Thursday night football game? If you want to subscribe and just for the football, you want the whole package. You want the whole package. You want to be able to watch unlimited football if you got to sit there and pay $10 a month. So y'all streaming services need to knock it off. Knock it off. Y'all getting in the way of a good thing, man. Y'all trying to tear apart football as we know it, man. And you know, I don't get it. I don't get it. Y'all breaking something that ain't. Y'all fixing something that ain't broken. You know how your mama used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Or whoever in your family you heard that from. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Y'all sitting here trying to fix something that ain't broke. And y'all gonna break it. Y'all gonna break it. Y'all gonna wind up making people lose their passion for football because that was a part of it. You know, a lot of the things in this world you got to pay for. I ain't figure football would be one of them. Watching the regular games that usually come on TV, man, you know what? It's all cool though. They ain't gonna be happy, so ain't nobody watching no sports, and it's just destroy the sport. But a lot of these people that's making these decisions, they not sports lovers, they business analysts, they in think tank groups, probably never played a sport a day in their life, so they don't get the correlation between a lot of these everyday citizens that went to high school playing sports, probably had some sort of college career, and may got some sort of rec league career that they got going on. You know, you taking a lot. You taking a lot. You know, it ain't a lot in this world that people can lean on, but you think it be sports, but now they taking that. They taking that. These big businesses, and I think I heard a podcast. I can't think of the dude's name right now, and it'll come to me. It was Shapiro. I think it was Shapiro was his last name, and he was talking about what a lot of these streaming services attended to do, and they felt like the sports fan would be willing to pay for sports. they would be willing. And he was talking about how, from a business standpoint, they was trying to ease people or buy rights to some of these sports packages, and they was betting that the people would pay. And it's like, it's tough out here. You already got a lot of responsibilities. Who needs even more? Because I could see if it was a one-stop shop where you could get everything in one spot for a convenient, reasonable price. But the way they divvying and splitting the pie up, you gotta get Hulu, you gotta get ESPN, you gotta get Prime. In time you done with all of this, your bill gonna be so high, and you not really watching what you want to see. And it's like it's streaming on top of that. So if your Wi-Fi ain't all the way on point, the game gonna be buffering. So, like I said, man, today Sunday, today football day. I grew up. I'm 46 years old, man. I grew up. You know, that just, that came without even. You ain't even had to put no thought into it. It was like expected that you and your family could get together and watch some games, provided by your local cable or your local television stations, usually on CBS, usually on Fox. And that's gone. That's being stripped away from us as we speak. I was ready to watch the Thursday night football game, and it was saying it's streaming on Amazon. And I was like, whoa. Whoa. Whoa, why? Why? After all these decades, not years, after all these decades, you come to expect Thursday night football. And you know what, man? I got a bone to pick, y'all. I got a bone to pick because it's not fair. It's not right. And somebody need to step in. But, a lot of these businesses, they don't care. You know how Michael Jackson said, they don't really care about us. And that's a true fact. So I don't think it really even matter. All we have to do is not support it, not patronize it. And, we had a long run, y'all. We had a long run. We had a long run. And I can see the writing on the wall right now, because a lot of the youth don't got the same makeup as our generation did. They not locked into sports. You ask the casual, the average young guy, he probably couldn't tell you. Like in my heyday, man, we knew almost every player by name, stats. We knew the good ones. We knew the bad ones. Like, some people could tell you the whole roster. You ask your average casual young fan these days, they couldn't tell you nothing outside of what they got going on with their social media. They couldn't tell you. And it's like you reaching out to a crowd of people who drifting away from it. And the reason they even watch is because our generation, we loyal. So we introducing this to the next generation. This is the only reason. And you separating us from the sport, which is in return going to alienate another generation, because now you disenfranchising your steadfast sports fan, sports lover who lock in every week. And you learn from your parents and you passing down to your kids. But now they disenfranchising the average casual sports fan who don't have enough money to go to every game, who doesn't have enough money to, subscribe to the NFL network, and, struggling. A lot of people out here in this world, they living in a they make it ends meet. They ain't got a lot of extras. The extras they do got, is already going somewhere. It's already accounted for. You got Halloween, they got kids, they gotta buy costumes. You want somebody to make decisions, life decisions, between should I buy this or do what I'm gonna do, or Do I pay for this extra streaming service so I can watch a football game? Sooner or later, people get tired. They get tired of the back and forth, and they just leave it alone. Cause like I'm an avid sports fan. I love sports. I grew up playing sports. You know, and I'm being disenchanted. Right in front of me, I'm falling out of love with football. I'm falling out of love with football. And let me see. I got one person in the chat. Let me see if they talk about it. Might be somebody. Let me turn this down. Okay. Go to my lives. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming through so I can see what y'all got going on. Hold on. Let me go to my page. I'm on live. Oh, they ain't leave me no message in the chat though. But yeah, like I was saying, so there's gonna be 2 people in the chat. Like I was saying, man, you breaking our heart. You breaking our heart. You breaking our hearts. Is there a heart in the house tonight? Streaming services, stand up. Let me know if you understand. I feel like I feel like Eddie Kane when they ain't let me back in the group, man. That's how the NFL and these streaming services treating me. I feel like Eddie Kane. I pull up to I pull up to the NFL game, ready to watch the game, and da 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 da. The NFL and these streaming services looking at me like I ain't worth nothing. You know, all the blood, sweat, and tears I done put into watching football, all the passion that I put into watching football, and this is what y'all repay me with. Y'all repay me with treachery. Y'all repay me with betrayal. Y'all don't want me to watch the game no more. And like, you know, I'm a routine person. You know, I try to set my schedule up around this stuff. Monday night football, okay. Sundays, I'm going to catch a game in the early. I'm going to catch one in late night. I'm going to catch the Monday night game. And I'm going to catch the Thursday game. No, I can't catch the Thursday game because I don't have Amazon Prime. So that's what they doing to me, y'all. That's what they doing to us, y'all. And I wish it was a way that we could fight back, but we can't. We can't. You know, it's so much money twisted up and tied in so much contracts that it's probably really nothing the average casual fan could do but sit back and either watch it or not. And like I said, I'm an avid sports fan. I love football. I grew up playing football from a rec league. I played pickup football, tag football, flag football, high school football. I had an opportunity to go to college. And just to see things play out like this is heartbreaking. And I'm gonna leave it at that, man. I think that Shapiro guy, man, his vision for what he thought football might be, maybe they so removed because you're talking about a lot of businessmen. You're talking about rich people that, you know, they got a lot of disposable income. Your average American doesn't have a lot of disposable income. You know, if you do got something extra, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. And you know, just imagine you paying $10 and some of these subscriptions, they wanting $50 a month, $30 a month. So just say you rack up about 5 of these services, totaling probably $100 a month. That's $1,200 a year that you and your family probably could have did something way better than sitting at home on the couch watching football. Now you got to take this in consideration. What if your car mess up? That $1,200 that you paying to watch these football games, they used to be free. They used to be free. How Orlando Brown say, they making us pay for apples. They making us pay for fruit. These sons of they're making us pay for apples. It's crazy, man. They making us pay. They making us pay for football, man. It's crazy, man. I feel like Orlando Brown, man. I wish I had him right here with me, man. They hitting us with the Oshkosh, Booshkosh. These screaming servers hitting us with the Oshkosh, Booshkosh. Shout out to Orlando Brown, man. He be doing it big. I love to watch him, man. People think he crazy. I think he entertaining. I've been watching that dude since Family Battles, man. He ain't never failed to entertain me. All around talent, man. I know he going through his ups and downs, but man, he's entertaining. But yeah, man, these streaming services, these big corporate businesses, the NFL, they hitting us with the Oshkosh, Booshkosh. They giving it to us raw. And I don't appreciate it one bit, man. I don't appreciate it one bit. I'm fired up. And like I said, man, it's been a long time coming, especially with football. Like like I said, I'm being disenchanted right in front of my, you know, right as the games and the years add on. And I think I started seeing a striking difference in the way I looked at football when the Colin Kaepernick thing came about. You know, he was taking the knee for what he seen was injustice, and how the management and the ownership was reacting was like, y'all need to shut up and play football, as if these people don't exist outside of the sport. As if, sports hasn't always been tied in with activism. Some of these people that's on the field, they are leaders of the community. They do most of the charitable work. They are the voices for those who can't speak. So for them to put it all on the line sometimes, you know, I think that should be allowed. And to make it seem like you don't have a voice, shut up and play, shut up and dribble. Like, what right do you have to tell another human being to shut up? You should shut up. You should pipe down, because somebody else is enriching you, the talent. These people are enriching you. Their skills, their talent is what's drawing the fan to see you. So you making money off of other people all around and feel like you got the right to dictate what somebody say. You need to be a leader as an owner and try to figure out what the problem is and what's the solution to the problem, instead of telling somebody to shut up. Because, what do you want? You want anarchy, you want chaos, you want frustration, you want resentment, you want anger. Because when somebody shuts up, that's what happens. They become bitter, they become resentful, they become toxic, and they become explosive. So you want people to just do what you say. Nah, that ain't how it work. That should never be how it work. And when I started seeing that, it kind of made me lose a taste and really look at football from a different lens. It made me think about how some of these people feel like they have ownership over you. And because you are in the employ of someone doesn't make them your owner. It doesn't give anybody rights. You exchange services for compensation. You don't exchange your life for compensation, which on a scale of it isn't even broken down or divvied up in the right fashion. Because usually if you're generating X amount of dollars, you're only getting a small percentage of it. That's usually how it works. And for you to try to dictate my comings and goings, my words and actions, it's a sad day when people feel like they could tell you what to do or feel like they own you because you provide a service for them. People, it's out of pocket. So when I started seeing that type of behavior, it made me lose my taste for sports. Since Trump been in office, it's kind of made me feel a certain way towards a lot of things. It opened my eyes up to things I've ignored. You think you sense certain things or people feel a certain way, but you can't put your finger on it. But when Trump came in office and people stopped voicing how they really felt on the inside, it kind of it put me in a shell because I couldn't believe that a lot of people felt this way or a lot of people had this sort of attitude and a lot of people had blind spots because there's a lot of people suffering in this world. A lot of people ain't got a fair shake, and to overlook and to feel thoughtless and callous towards others, that's inhumane. That's inhumane. So I started feeling like it became inhumane, and as you can see, they ain't thinking about us. They don't really care about us. Because, like I said, all these decades I grew up, I'm 46 now, about to be 47 at the end of the year. All these decades, I've never had to pay to watch a Thursday night game, a Monday night game, a Sunday. It's free. Now you're telling me, no, it's no longer free because some business suit decided that he could squeeze some more money out of your casual fan. And he's not doing anything but pushing your loyal fans away, trying to draw in new fans. Man, people not going to do it. People not going to pay. They not going to pay. And over the course of time, it's going to show. And I'm one of them. I'm raising my hand right now. I've been trying to wean myself off sports for, I say, the last 4-5 years. I'm almost to a complete stop. I try to watch ESPN, keep up with the highlights so I could be relevant in the conversation. But man, it's to the point to where if it's a game on, I ain't gotta have it. I ain't gotta have it, man. I'm switching it up because a lot of these people, I don't think that they care. So it's like, man, it's nothing but a distraction anyway. It's nothing but entertainment anyway. I could find other avenues to entertain myself besides having to pay, I guess, $10 a month, $20, $30, $40 a month for something that used to be free to me. So I'm withdrawing. So, sometimes I get in there and watch some sports, check out a game if it's free. I'm not going to sit there and pay for it, man. I ain't going to pay no streaming service to watch something that should be free. I just want to watch. And I sit here and try to create some content my own. Y'all want me to pay? Y'all pay to see me. Y'all pay to see me. Amazon, y'all pay me. And I use that money to pay y'all. If it ain't fair trade ain't no robbery. Y'all put some money back out there. Y'all taking everybody's money. Put some back out there. Fair trade ain't no robbery now. Y'all sitting here trying to rob us. Take what's ours. Y'all not paying us enough as is, and now y'all want that little bit back. That blood money. Money people out here bleeding over, man. I work hard too, so I know the average person works hard. Everybody out here getting it. And then you got so many expenses and they add this. But yeah, that's neither here nor there, man. Let's get up off that. I wanted to talk some more about just what me and Terrell was going to do. Me, see Terrell Scott. Like I said, we was going to get up here and chop it up about the Diddy situation. Give you our viewpoints on that. We was also going to talk about like community stuff. How a lot of times people, they talk about what's not in their community. They can identify exactly what the community missing, but they not doing nothing to put anything back into the community. How you know what your community missing, but you ain't the one that's putting it together? Because when you was young, it was somebody that's your age leading the charge, putting something together for the community. Just think about that. When you were an adolescent, when you were coming up, when you were in single digits, teen digits, all those programs that you enjoy, it was somebody that's your age right now, spending their good time using their year, they time, they dedication, they resources to put these programs together. It ain't, these programs don't come out of heaven. They don't fall out of the sky. It's somebody who's actually doing the work to put that program together for your child. Not their child, but for yours. So when you get older and you complaining about it ain't this, it ain't that, the government take it, the government ain't taking nothing away. These programs exist because it's somebody just like you who had it in them to do something. So while you're complaining and not doing nothing, maybe it's I'm looking at you right now because if you ain't putting that in, you don't need to be complaining around here. You know, you can't just sit your son in front of the TV and go to work and think everything else supposed to be out. Nah, don't work like that. You gotta be the one to make that change. Here I am quoting Michael Jackson. Rest up, Mike. But yeah, it's just to me, man. I think a lot of us, as things got more expensive, as these companies started bleeding us out of more money and stretching us thinner, you know, we lost our way because the blueprint was already given to us. Those before us led the way. I seen people with less resources be more beneficial and offer more things to our neighborhoods. And here we are complaining and we ain't doing nothing. So I think it kind of fall on us, man. I think a lot of the ills of the neighborhoods fall on my generation, man. Because we kind of, we fed into an illusion and we got away from the roots. We got away from, you know, that culture that we really grew up in, man. Neighborhood, community, all that stuff, and everybody just was out for them. Everybody was looking out for them. Everybody out for me, doing me. Everybody doing me. Everybody want a club all the way till they 70 years old. Man, you go to the club, somebody great grandmama up in the giant, getting loose, twerking. Hey, that's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. But it's a direct correlation. It's a direct correlation. Somebody great granddaddy up in his junk, going to the club, still trying to sell weed. Like, like what you doing? Like you ain't turned that corner yet? You ain't turned that corner yet. Okay. So you wonder why we in the position we in now and you making the decisions you making now. But yeah, I wanted to chop it up about that. And I also wanted to talk about the ups and downs of this podcast. How it ain't no manual. It ain't no manual. Everything you do, you got to figure it out. It ain't no manual. It ain't no how-to book. Everything is trial by error. You got to find out on the spot, fix it on the spot, make adjustments on the spot, and it's real. It's real, y'all. It's real. And like I say, man, I be dragging myself through it. And a lot of people have a whole bunch of ideas that it ain't that easy. It ain't that easy. I just talked to my friend, I grew up with. He got an idea for the skits. I'm like, yeah, I want to do the skits. This, that, this, that, this, that, this, that. And he was like, yeah, it's easy. I said, it's easier said than done. Because a lot of that stuff, you got to get in there and edit. It's like, no, you can do all that on the... You can do some of it over the phone, but a lot of that stuff is restrictive. There's only so much editing you could do on your phone before you have to get some bigger software to where you could do some real editing. Or it's going to look like you edited it on your phone. And if you're trying to make something and you're trying to stand behind what you do, sometimes you're going to have to get some other things outside the box, and you're going to have to learn this and learn that. And, you can break through. But then at the same time, you coming from no experiences, you're gonna have to learn. You're gonna have to learn. And I'm sitting here right in front of you telling you, I'm learning. I'm learning. Like I got this mic, it took me a good 2 hours of back and forth playing with it adjusting and tweaking just to get this thing. You would think you could just straight out the box here and there, plug it up. Man, that junk sounded like I was on Cybertron. It was whistling. I thought Optimus Prime was gonna put me in a chokehold. My head was hurting. Bumblebee was right there transforming on me. That's how it sounded like. I was in there with the Transformers making a movie, and they was transforming right on the mic, and it was crazy. And my sister was telling me, and she was like, "Well, do this and do that." I'm sitting there like, "Do this, do what? I don't even know what." It's not that easy. It's not that easy as you just turn stuff. Well, it's not that easy for me. It's not that easy for me. So I had to go through there and kind of figure out, and I had to keep running it live so I could monitor it. Cause it's, how you gonna fix something and you don't know what's going on? While I'm streaming live, I don't know what it sound like to you. All I can hear is what's in my ear. Like, this junk could sound terrible right now. I wouldn't even know it. And I really can't listen on the live stream because my phone right there and it's hooked up to my Tascam. So if I connect my live stream and I'm trying to observe it, that's gonna be coming through my Tascam, or it's gonna be coming out the phone and giving you a feedback, and it sound crazy. That don't sound like I said, sound like a transformer. All that high pitched whistling coming out the phone, going into the mic, that joint real distorted, give you a lot of feedback, and that joint terrible on the ear. So like I said, man, it's been a lot, and like I said, I'm trying to today, after I get off of here, I want to try to tweak with my phone, play with my phone a little bit, because I got the A7 IV, and I think you could stream straight from your camera. I think is a tool. I gotta go on YouTube and check it out, but it's a tool on YouTube, a video on YouTube to show you how to go up in your phone, set up the streaming, and then I think you could use your phone as the hotspot or stream, from your Wi-Fi or whatever, and just stream straight off the phone. And I think you could do that through the Creators app, as a Sony app, if I'm not mistaken. And I want to try to put that together, see if I could do that. And I sent my Sony phone back because I couldn't download the app that I wanted. Well, there's like 4 apps up there. There's a photography editing app. There's a videography editing app. I think there's a Center Pro editing app, and there's an audio editing app. And I wanted all of those. Like, I ain't no Sony fan when it comes to phones. I know Sony for cameras and maybe sound equipment and stuff, but I don't even like regular phones. I got a flip phone. Look, y'all, my phone folds up. This is the one I like because it's useful to me at work. I had the big one at first, but it was too cumbersome going in and out of my pocket because I do a lot with my phone. I use the GPS on my phone. I answer calls. I'm fielding calls from my supervisors. Sometimes I got to interact with my accounts, let them know I'm on the way. And sometimes a big phone is too cumbersome. I love the fold. It was big. It opened up to a tablet. And I appreciate it. But every time I'm coming in and out of my pocket with that large phone, or I'm sitting down in the truck, I can't even put the phone in my pocket because it's bending. Like, it's too much. Time I get out the truck, it's halfway out of my pocket, about to fall out. If I sit it on the seat, the truck bumping and the phone flying. So I found a solution. I started getting the Flip. So I'm into the Samsung Flip. I don't like iPhones. I don't want the Ultra. I really didn't want the Sony phone. It just had those apps that I was interested in. It had some software up there that other phones don't really offer, to where you could use that phone as a camera. You could stream straight from the phone with the same quality editing and resolutions that you have in this phone. One of the cameras up there is a Zeiss phone. Sony usually makes the lenses for all these cameras on your phone. So I figured I could utilize that. But one app, it was the music app, and it was probably not one that I would be using regularly. I would like to use the other stuff, but I do want everything I pay for. I want everything I pay for. So I complain. They try to troubleshoot. None of that stuff worked. And I wind up, they told me to send a bug report. And I said, you know what? I'm going to send the phone back. I'm going to send the phone back. And then from there, we could do the bug report. That way we could make sure that phone ain't the defective one. I did say it was 2 people in there now. Somebody left. They came in and left. So, nobody left a comment. I ain't mad at y'all. Yeah, I am. Y'all leave a comment. Tell me how this stuff sound, man. I'm trying to figure out how my sound is. So if you did pop in and pop out, or you popping in, popping out, let me know how this thing sound. If it's an issue. Because I think it sound good so far. I ain't getting no complaints over it. So to me, it's good. And I'm going to stick with that. I still got all the settings that I had from the other day. So I think it's loud and clear. And I hope it's loud and clear. Like I said, I did a whole bunch of tweaking. And yeah, it's tough. But now, with this audio setup, I got this microphone set up right here. This Sony running here to my Tascam. Like I said, I had to turn off the recording and my audio levels in my phone. I'm going to come back to that and see, is it just the audio recording in the laptop, or is it both of them with the feedback that's giving me that double, like it sound like it's an echo because it's recording twice. I'm going to see if I could go in and turn on my camera stuff. That way I could use another mic. Because right now I couldn't even interview nobody. If I wanted to, I only got one mic. And I got the camera mic turned off so it don't echo. So I want to go in there and make adjustments and see if I could use another mic. I tried to plug this mic up straight to the... Man, I wasted money. I bought this adapter thinking that it would allow me to plug this mic in, which is a wireless mic, straight to that. But maybe I'll have to, instead of using and plugging it into the mic, I gotta plug it into the transmitter. Maybe that'll work. I'm gonna unplug it off that hot shoe and then see if it does any good to just plug that in, and while that's hooked up to here, get a connection from there wirelessly. I'ma see, but I think that might work right there. So I got a lot of things I need to try to tap into. I need to figure out how to do some editing. I've been playing around with Canva. I've been playing around with CapCut just a taste, but I think I'm right at Canva. I'm stuck on Canva. I got to try to work that. I've been trying to create thumbnails. I'm trying to get some help from Brit Serenity. She does graphic arts, and I'm gonna check out her work, and I would like to promote her work to everybody else that's tuned in, and just see where that go. Try to bring her some business, get her back on her grind. She already on the grind. I think she dropped a video. I think it's Nitty Sierra. If y'all go on YouTube, I think it's Nitty Sierra. And I don't know exactly which ones she got on different platforms, but I think you could get the link if you go to NITY Sierra. And of course, y'all check out C. Terrell Scott. He on all platforms as C. Terrell with 2 R's. Scott, or is it? I think it's 2 R's. C. Terrell Scott. Y'all can find him easy though. He on TikTok. He on YouTube. Go check him out. And who else I talked to? I talked to my man James today. He the one that had the idea that he wanted to do the skits. I want to do the skits too. So, sooner or later we gonna probably bump heads. So once he get things in his mind, he kind of follow up on them. So yeah, I'm with the skits. I'm with all types of skits. I got all types. I'd rather draw from like some of my own experiences, but it ain't even gotta be that. If we put it together, we put it together. If it's entertaining, it's entertaining. I'm with it. So yeah, I talked to Wid Dog this week. Good conversation. I was trying to figure out where to learn some of this editing from without getting into the scammery of social media. Because a lot of these, people out here, they offer fake services. I'm trying to find out which one is credible. Which one can you go to actually learn something and get, your money's worth out of it? Because I'm not trying to put money into some sort of educational or, learning how to do this and how to do that. And it's nothing but like a scam to kind of get me in and spend more money on exclusive course. I'm trying to avoid all of that. But yeah, I am trying to pick up some. So if it's somebody out there that know reliable something, and I'm not trying to get conned, don't try to con me, because I might have an outburst and, I get real petty. You take something from me, I want it back. It might take me a little while to get back to you or to get some sort of leverage, but I don't forget nothing. Nothing. If you ever did something wrong to me, I do remember. It just ain't a place and a time for me to exact my revenge. So I ain't forget you. And yeah. So I bumped into somebody. She was telling me about something called Biggie-O. Biggie-O, something like that. And got somebody she said it was her brother, but it wasn't her brother. And he was talking like a car salesman. I'm like, man, I'm listening to him. But after he hit that cadence that all car salesmen and all people who pitch sales hit, my brain shut down. And I'm like, dang, man, if I was any more vulnerable, he might have got me. And I didn't want to participate. So, when I did see her again, I said, I was interested, but I thought I'd be talking to you. Then you tossed me over to him, and it sounded like I was, and then she was asking my still interest, and I said, man, that's crazy. People get caught up in some of these pyramid schemes, and they just put it right on you, unsuspectingly. And I don't knock it, but man, I try to sidestep it because I know I'm gonna feel some sort of way. If you trying to con me, I done got conned too many times in my life. I don't want to get conned no more. I ain't got no extras for nothing. No extra money to contribute to you in no shape, form, or fashion. I ain't got no extra. Nobody got no extra to be throwing away or giving away to support what you got going on. Nobody. So if you trying to take advantage of people, you ain't giving them their money worth, people gonna be upset. People gonna be upset. And that's why I feel about a lot of these companies and these businesses like Sony. I done bought this camera and it ain't all I paid for, so I'm sending it back. And like I said, I do want it, so I'm gonna try my hand one more time. And I might have to wind up sending that back, because I won't tolerate nothing but what I paid for. If it ain't exactly what I paid for, I don't want it. And after that, I'm not gonna play with it no more. I'm just gonna re-up on my Sony. I'm on my Samsung phone, and hopefully they come out with something that's compatible to this Sony phone. If not, maybe I'll figure out how to stream straight off the Sony phone itself. Because that's really what I wanted to do, is have the capability to stream off the Sony phone and using my camera as the camera on the phone. But I might be able to do that with this phone. I'm quite sure with some of the AI technology that Samsung has, I could do that. But yeah, it's been a trial. I think my video, the quality of my videos is getting better. I don't know. I'm gonna go check it out and see how it sound. Hopefully it sound good. I'm about to wrap this up, y'all. I've been right up around 50 minutes. That's good. I done talk. So I'm about to close it out. Get out of here with this flawless track. Y'all know how it go. Turn this up. Get back to the business. Hopefully it sounds good. Right around 50 minutes. This is by BLE Bishop. Chef Beats Flawless. I feel like spitting on this jump. I might have to pull my pen out. I was thinking about rapping last night. Ah, man. I'm gonna give y'all some bars one day. I'm gonna go real hard one day. And I'm gonna give y'all these bars one day. Yeah. Y'all gonna see. Get back in this groove. We back in Venice, Baltimore. We back in Venice, Baltimore. Y'all don't even remember where that came from. We back in Venice, Baltimore. I'm out of here. Y'all don't remember where that came from. Back in Venice, Baltimore.